So I'm about to leave work after another very long day, and I've been thinking about how best to present the whole Milton situation to people online, and I've decided to break it up into two parts. This is going to be the first part. The second part will be about climate change and hurricanes, but first I just want to say, for everyone in the greater Tampa, Sarasota area, I know what it's like. Right now, you may not appreciate it, but you will tomorrow. I went through Hurricane Katrina when I was 16 years old. It is what made me fascinated with storms. It's what made me seek out those answers and solutions about monster hurricanes. And that is how profound of an impact it had on me. And you know, when you're in the midst of it, it's quite disorienting, and it's hard to really understand the gravity of the loss and the grief that you're going to be feeling, because it is grief. It's grief for a place that you've known all your life that is suddenly, dramatically, and violently transformed overnight. That's a hard thing to understand, but as a community, you will get through it with the right help and resources. You know, in 5 years, when people who have never been sports fans before are all like rabid Tampa Bay or whatever your baseball and basketball teams are down there, fans, you'll know that it's not just because it's a sports team, it's because it's a symbol. We were like that with the Saints, although granted I was a fan before. You will be trauma bonded to this place, and it will become inseparable from your bond with that place. And please don't try to process all of that by yourself. God, when I was 16, I was fearless. I know, hard to imagine, right? So fearless that during the middle of Hurricane Katrina, when the eye wall was about 27 miles west of us, and this is a 25-mile diameter wall, so we were in the eye wall, the most dangerous part of the storm. I went outside to dance so that I could say for the rest of my life that I danced in the winds of Hurricane Katrina. Now that was incredibly stupid. Please don't do that. Also, do not drive in floodwaters. Do not take any risks, okay? If for some reason you are still there, because this is now progressing to the point where you're already feeling quite a bit of the strength, and you can get to a shelter that is further away from the shore or a friend's or family member's house, I would advise you to do that, although it's getting very, very late for you to try to do that. But it will be profound. But you can get through it, and I think that you'll find that you'll fight like you've never imagined you would ever for the recovery of your community. It's something different, but it's not gone. And how you make your path forward is up to you and your leaders. I really hope you picked good ones on the local level, because in a time of crisis, you don't want people like DeSantis in charge. But you can overcome those obstacles too. I mean, look what happened to us, Katrina. We were completely abandoned. But it's almost 20 years later. Next year will be 20 years. And it's still crippling. But I love that place. It was a place I hated my whole life because it's super conservative. I mean, I lived in South Mississippi, for Christ's sake. Very religious. I hated so much about it. But now when I think of where I grew up, it's very different. So please, I know a lot of y'all aren't going to be sleeping tonight. Don't try to rush back. For the love of God, trust me, after I think it was Hermine or one of those storms, like traffic to get back is going to be insane. Emergency crews will be dispatched to clean up the roads, do search and rescue for several days, make sure that, power lines are cleaned up. Please do not rush to go back. It can be incredibly dangerous, especially when there's bridges out. Just wait. Wait until people say it's clean enough for you to go back. And for whatever is still there, I'm sorry. And I know what it's like. So, Godspeed, Florida. I know that everyone in our office is here, and in Silver Spring and Atlanta, everywhere. We're with you. And we're sorry.